From strings to valves, senior Julia Johnson has proven that music is her forte many times. Starting with a violin in her hands at just 3 years old, and later deciding to learn trumpet before 6th grade, Johnson has always been surrounded by music.
I've been surrounded by music educators my whole entire life. My dad has been a band director since I was in, I think, 1st grade. Before that, he was a private lesson teacher. My mom's currently a private lesson teacher, and so I'm always hearing her teach in the house. I wake up on the weekends to her teaching. I come home from school to her teaching. I've always been around that.
Whether it's on stage or at home, the Johnson family's musical background runs generations deep.
Well, I grew up in a musical family too, so it was like a culture, and so we've had, it's just been music all around, and the girls started when they were 3 to 4 years old, and so you always hear practicing, and then they started their wind instruments when they were in 6th grade, and so you just always hear the music in the house.
My entire family has always been music oriented, and I've always had music in my life. Knowing what having something to do for life so far has just made it a lot of fun. And
with the family's legacy of music, it's not surprising both Julia and Nicole play multiple instruments and do so at a high level, with both being selected as all-state members. In fact, Julia's musical journey to the Red Hawks Band and Orchestra may have been preordained.
For me, it's really special because at my previous job, I taught at Creekview High School in Carrollton, and Julia's mom, Kathy, was a private lesson instructor for me there. And we knew each other. I was there for 12 years, and we knew each other during that time. I didn't remember, but at the time she was actually pregnant with Julia when she taught for me. And then I moved over here. Kathy, taught somewhere else, and I didn't realize, even when I saw Julia in 8th grade, I didn't realize that she was Kathy Johnson's daughter until the night that Kathy and Kyle came for our freshman meeting, and she was like, "Julia's my daughter, and I was pregnant with her when I taught for you." It just blew my mind, because it really was a full circle moment for me to have known Julia the entire time, but then to also get to the honor of teaching, her when there's been a connection, unbeknownst to me, the entire time.
The musical talents of Julia and Nicole have benefited both the school's orchestra and band. But no matter how much they rehearse as Red Hawks, perhaps nothing can beat the sounds produced when the four Johnsons play as one.
We play together. In fact, my husband Kyle plays duets with the girls all the time because he plays trumpet. He's a band director, and since Julie plays trumpet, it works well. And then clarinet is also in the same key as trumpet, so they play duets a lot. And we've also played at Christmas Eve as a quartet with trumpet, and so it's fun too.
I think probably one of the coolest things, like Kathy had mentioned, is being able to sit down with both of them and we'll play duets, and that they'll come and initiate it, going, "Let's go play duets." And we'll go and we'll do that, which is a lot of fun. And then being able to play several different times we've played together for gigs, and it's a neat thing to be able to sit there and be in a situation where you're playing with your wife and 2 daughters at a gig that everybody's getting paid for. It's a lot of fun to do.
Reporting for WTV, I'm Kirthi Gamadi.